Okay, I'm refreshing my twist. If this clip is ever in a video, then, that means that I have gotten my life together. You see this? Look at this. This is, so I'm refreshing my twist, right? Can you see that? And then let me show you with this one. So this is my twist. And then you see how it just gets super thin? Like it shouldn't be this thin. Like not all the way up here. Because this is the length of my hair. And what's interesting about it and really kind of pisses me off is they also look like really straight to me. I'm not somebody that even uses heat on my hair. Like literally once a year, I probably get my hair straightened and flat ironed. And not even every year, but once a year, and I'll get a really good trim. So I don't understand what's happening with my hair. I'm honestly sure that it's probably a million and one things. Look at this. That's so funny that that's sticking up. But like I said, I'm refreshing some of my twists because I've made an impromptu decision that I am going to my best friend's house. And I was going to go today, but the weather stopped me because there's a weather alert outside. So I'm really hoping I'll be able to get up and go in the morning because this will really be my only time to see her because the semester, well, her semester started this week, but my semester takes off on Monday the 13th. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but that's what I'm doing because I did not get to see her at any other point over this break. So, but back to my hair. So I'm refreshing my twist, and I've canceled not canceled, but I'm rescheduling my hair appointment because I was going to go in for my once a year because I didn't get it by the end of last year to get my hair trimmed because my ends just need to feel better. Like I just need them trimmed and I just need that in my life. So I'm going to wear my hair in these twists, and then what I had did is pulled some of them to the back in a little bun. It was cute to me. So that's what I'm going to do and wear for the rest of this week and next week. The weather is terrible outside. That way my hair is protected and stuff, and then I'll get my hair done at the end of next week. But yeah, so I have started using this bothers me. It makes me literally want to chop my hair off. I've never ever even thought that I would look good with short hair, but this makes me literally want to just chop. Like I'm so pissed off with this, but I'm trying to be patient and give my hair and myself some grace and recognize that, because not all of my hair is like that. Like a lot of my hair is really, full. But I'm trying to recognize that, like, I have been really sick, definitely on and off since starting my program, on and off with different things that have, caused me to be on different medications and, caused me to run in and out the ER and, just a lot of things that can wreak havoc on you. And then the stress that comes from, your health being up and down and then the next minute it's like it's failing and it's not, you know what I mean? And then to have all that happening, and I'm young, not that that wouldn't take a toll on anybody, but the different health things that I have been dealing with, that I really don't want to go in depth about, at my age has been very scary. And I'm sure has just taken a toll on I know it's taken a toll on my whole body. So, yeah. And especially last year, which is why I just was gone for like 9-10 months. I am planning to come back to my channel this year. This vlog may be really me coming back to my channel this year. So hopefully this vlog, it's just going to be a mishmash of stuff. If me and my best friend do anything, I'll try to get it in here. But we're the type of friends that it's like sometimes we have stuff planned and we do stuff. And sometimes we sit on opposite ends of the room and blink at each other and we have a great time. So who knows what this is going to be like because it's super impromptu. We didn't plan anything. I also have work to do and work that has not been done. So her work week has already started. So she'll probably be working all day and I'm going to try to work all day. And then we'll see each other like in the evening when she gets done working. So yeah, that's kind of the rough plan. I am also planning to clean my house today, so hopefully my camera is charged and I can switch from using my phone to getting on my camera. This is so funny to me that this is sticking up. I just roughly decided to turn on the camera and just talk for a minute. had filmed a clip before this. Maybe I'll include it, maybe I won't. The thing is, I had said I was going to do a random 24-hour readathon. It didn't happen. And, you know, initially I was disappointed. But then I wasn't, because I ended up spending some time with some friends. And I think I just needed that, like, really bad. Especially after the year I had last year with health. I just really needed some time with friends. And even though it was virtual, it was so needed. So, yeah, I don't really feel bad about it. But I am going to try to get some reading done. Just the mere fact that I even have the, like, that I even want to read, like, kind of, literally could bring me to tears, because I was losing that last year. And again, like I said, trying to give myself grace with that. I'm not even braiding. Let me see. Yeah, but just trying to give myself grace with that, and just recognize that it's like, well, I don't want my, I don't necessarily want my, little edges in there. But yeah, just trying to give myself grace with that, and recognize that, like, you know, things were rough, you know. Also, my hair is still really moisturized, because I haven't, these twists haven't been in for very long at all. So I don't feel the need to currently re-moisturize them. I think it would just make my hair oily, so I'm just gonna listen to my hair. It feels moisturized and soft, so I'm not going to. And I'm just using this edge control. Now, I'm somebody, if I'm keeping it real with y'all, normally I'm just like, every edge control is the same, and by the same I mean they suck. I have like 4 or 5 edge controls, and not one of them has impressed me. But this one is, oh, my hair is shedding a little bit. This is the Mielle Rosemary Mint Strengthening Edge Gel. I'm digging this one. I wouldn't go so far right now to call it a favorite, but it's the best one out of all the ones that I've tried, and I've tried a lot. I think one of the more popular ones that I haven't tried, though, is, I think it's called Hicks. So if you've tried that one, let me know what you think of it. I'm wondering if I should split this in two. Yeah, I might, just to make it a little bit. So, yeah. I also want to show y'all what I'm reading. So, probably in one of the next clips, because I don't have the books with me. They're actually in my bedroom. I will show y'all what I'm reading. It's been so fun, I gotta say, to watch everybody's favorites of the year. Beauty, lifestyle, and definitely books. It's been so fun to see everybody's favorites. And I know these parts are not like even or something. I'm not really going for that. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not really going for that on this particular go around. What I'm really going for is just getting it in some rough twists. Seriously, because I really like that look of like the free parting and stuff. So that's really what I'm going for. And because my hair is so soft, I'm gonna do just like a little bit of a braid in the beginning, and then go ahead and start twisting. And I did that only around the edges, because that's what was making it just come down and just not look as neat. And so, yeah, that is my plan. And then I think I'm gonna treat myself and do some skincare toward the end of last year. And by toward the end of last year, I mean, I think in October, y'all, I had what am I trying to say? I had started trying out different. I had, you know, done a little bit of research on it and started trying it out, and I felt like it was starting to help my acne, but I had only used it for no, I got too much on my hands. I'd only used it for a month, so it was hard for me to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely helping my acne. But I felt like I was seeing little differences. But I finally saw a dermatologist for the first time about my skin and my acne, because I was like, what is this? And apparently I have hormonal acne, which from my research is what I thought I had. But, you know, having the doc confirm it, I was like, okay. So I was put on 2 medicines. One is a retinoid cream, And I've only been using it for about a month, but I do think it's helping. Obviously, the thing about it though is that I have a lot of discoloration on my face. So I'm hoping to be able to get rid of that as well. I have a lot of discoloration on my face from past acne marks and stuff. But I do think my skin, crazy enough, like my skin had gotten really, really like the worst ever. I had never been embarrassed ever about the way my skin looked or embarrassed to be out in public with it. But 2019, for the first time in my life, I was so embarrassed about my skin. Now, I still had my skin out and stuff because I was hardly ever wearing makeup. And also because I didn't want to start to develop a negative relationship with makeup, because I thought when I am well enough to use makeup, to play with my makeup again, I really still want it to be, you know, a love that is not clouded. So I pushed myself to, you know, to not do that. And it was hard. I'm not even gonna sit up here and pretend like it was not hard. It was hard. Really difficult. But yeah, so this is just me roughly fixing my twists. Maybe at some point when I do them and I'm not doing such a rough job, I'll do like a formal, like how I do my twists. I haven't done these in a really long time, but there's so many good tutorials on that if you have natural hair and you want to do that. Like I said, I'm doing a rough situation here, and you know, I'm okay with that. I really am. Let me fix it. But yeah, I hope your 20, maybe this is a standalone video actually, because this clip is kind of long, ain't it? But I hope your 2020 is off to an amazing start. I've missed you guys and I've missed the channel so much. And I hated that I had to be gone, but you know, health is important, and when your health is at a place where, you know, you can't walk and take care of yourself and stuff, and you're constantly in the ER and in the hospital and stuff, like obviously everything else becomes second nature, and that's really what happened with me. And everything else became, you know, became second place to finding out, you know, if I have, you know, serious neurological, you know, issues. And obviously I not obviously, it wasn't obvious at all, because actually I thought that's exactly where I was heading, but thank God it turned out negative and I don't. But it was quite scary there for a minute. I'm gonna keep it real. So actually I want to, I think, do it this way. So yeah, so I just, you know, want to try to get back on track, because one of the things that last year did was really kind of mess me up with school. Like, oh my God, so bad. And it was emotional. For those of you who are new to my channel who don't know, I am in my PhD program, and last year was probably the roughest year I had in the program, because I was, you know, damn near on bed rest for 2 months, on and off, but mostly on. And it was just one of the worst experiences I've ever had, and really caused a lot of problems for me. And I also feel like, oh shoot, I'm talking and just kept breathing. That's not what I meant to do, and I don't want the braid to go down that far because I don't really want it to show. And I also feel like sometimes it's hard for people, you know, to empathize and understand what you're going through when it's not something they can readily see. Like, you know, having some of the health concerns that I was having this past year, you know, were not something that you could just see. And were not necessarily common or anything like that, you know. So I think it's harder for people to be empathetic sometimes when it's something they don't understand, and sometimes don't want to understand, you know. And so it was a very hard year for me. I mean, it was just tears upon tears upon tears, you know, because I have waited a very long time to get to this point in my education, and I've been in school, you know, at this point now for 10 years, you know, and you don't just invest that kind of time in something that you didn't plan to see through. So it was really difficult. But I think sometimes it's hard for people to empathize, you know, when they haven't experienced it, or like I said, it's something they can't see. Like, I feel like if I broke my arm or something, people would maybe be more willing to empathize. But when it's something like that and then they don't understand it and it's new, and you know what I mean? Just so I ran into that challenge as well. So yeah, so I'm just, you know, praying and speaking over myself that this next semester will be, girl, you gotta get out of here, will be so much better. I need better, and I need peace like you wouldn't believe. So, and I, you know, touch and agree that if that's something that you're seeking or you need in this next year, then it's something that you absolutely receive. So, yes. So I'm just gonna keep twisting away and having my oolong tea, which I'm almost out of, and I'm going to want another cup. I know that I am. And while I'm twisting, I'm actually looking at my light therapy. Now, let me tell y'all about this real quick. So, the first time I ever did light therapy, I was in my master's program, right? And I moved to the UP of Michigan. For those of you who don't know, right, I'm from Michigan, but the UP and the Lower Peninsula, different, sis. And so I move up there, and it's like, and let me show you how bright this is. Pause for a second. Let me turn it off. You see that? Crazy. You see that? Crazy. So I'm gonna just turn it off for just a second. But so I move, right? And I start my master's program. Most of y'all already know, you know, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was in a small apartment. Well, I was in a small apartment with the orange carpet. Masters. And so apparently everybody there took vitamin D. A lot of people did light therapy because for like sometimes up to 9 months, you did not see the sun. It would be cloudy all day. And then when it wasn't cloudy, it was just dark. The winters there were the harshest winters I have ever endured in my life. And when I think about my life now, you know, and like buying my first car since starting here, and I was there with no car, like, sus. And I went into like a seasonal depression. I actually want to do a video on that, especially for my students. So I'm really going to try to pray over that and try my best to deliver on that. I don't want to promise anything. I just want to do what content comes to my heart when it comes to my heart, because I hate to say I'm going to do something and then don't do it, because I feel like such a failure. And oh, Bridget, why are you about to cry? Oh, my. Whew. And I did not, oh my God, I did not think I was about to cry. And last year I felt like such a failure. Like I felt like such a failure. Because I just felt like I couldn't do anything right. I couldn't, like I was so sick. Oh. I was so sick. And while it's still ongoing, the fact that I can sit up and hold myself up by myself without any help, you don't even know. And it became like a mental struggle for me because it was so bad physically, and it resulted in a lot of different things. But anyway, whew, my goodness. I guess sometimes you just gotta let it out, you know. Anyway, onto this light. I've never had my own, actually, so. I had went to the counseling center there, and the counselor there started talking to me about light therapy. And let me tell you something. Sometimes you just need to listen, and you need to try stuff and keep your mouth closed. Because when he first told me about it, I literally bust laughing in his face. Like, I bust out laughing, and I was just like, right? Because, like, I was just like, where do they do that at? Like, that's not, like, there's no way this little tiny light is going to help me. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad he kind of told me, like, you need to do this. So I signed up and I started going because they had the professional lights or whatever. And I started going a couple times a week in the morning, worked my way up to like 30 minutes. And I would go and sit in front of this light and be doing homework or whatever it is before work. That paired with getting vitamin D supplements, oh my God, that changed my experience there because I was really struggling. Well, the same thing started happening to me this winter. And I also think this is going to be great for me in the summer because I realized my first summer in Pennsylvania, I really had like seasonal affective disorder. Like I was a mess because the summers in Pennsylvania, all it does is rain. It's rain, it's cloudy, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple days, it's like sunny. It was depressing. But that started to happen to me this winter. I finally broke down over this last week and bought a light. I found one that had the recommended stuff and it was a bit more expensive than what I wanted to pay for. But I'm like, I need it. Mind you, I'm already taking vitamin D. I can already tell a difference. I haven't had it for that long, but I can already tell a difference. So I guess what I'm saying is that, like, I'm so glad I was just like, once again, I had that same feeling like you need to do what you need to do. And it has been, oh, what is happening here? It has been just so meaningful for me to do that because I don't want my twisted bit to come down. Change the game. So, yes. What else do I just want to chat about quickly? I have things that I want to do and stuff, but I here's the thing, I don't want to say any of them, and it's for no other reason besides, like I said, I don't want to tell you I'm going to do something and I'm not going to be able to do it. My health is still a little bit up and down. And I just really can't bear the feeling of starting this year off by saying I'm going to do something and do it. And I think one thing I learned last year is I have to listen to my body. And so, while I'm praying, that this year looks nothing like last year, I don't really know, but I'm trying to speak over myself and speak over, speak life and healing and all those things. But I also know that if something does happen, then I'm still, even, and I know you might be watching this like, girl, that's crazy. Look, if I say I'm going to do something and I don't get to do it, it really affects me. It brings me low. It brings me to a really dark place. So I don't want to promise you anything. I'm going to do my best is what I'm going to say. Also, I was thinking about doing maybe like a top 10 of the year because obviously I wasn't around, but I was kind of thinking about doing like a top 10 of the year just across everything, right? Lifestyle, beauty, blah, 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 because I won't have too much beauty. So let me know if you want to see that. Because like, for instance, my crock pot. But if you don't, then I won't do it and we'll just move forward and just kick the year off. I got access to some new software, so I probably will still be using Windows for a minute to get up a few videos while I'm trying to learn it because it's Adobe Premiere. I know nothing about it. If you have any tips or anything, if you use it, if you know anything about it, if you know where I can get some tips, I'm gonna search it on YouTube because obviously YouTube has everything, and see if I can kind of teach myself how to use it because I tried to put like an old video clip in there. I was like, what is this advanced technology? So that's the situation there. I'm trying to think. This was so impromptu, and like I just clicked it on while I'm in the middle of doing my hair. House is a mess, but you know what? This is real life, and this is the situation. And I wanted to say hi. I wanted to wish you a happy new year. I wanted to not that I feel the need to explain where I've been. Well, I guess I do a tiny bit. But more importantly, it's like, given the circumstances and stuff, I wanted to say something before I just jumped back in. So I guess this won't be a clip in a vlog. This will be, because it's 24 minutes. And thank you for listening to me ramble and twist some of my hair. Like I said, I'm just refreshing it. But yeah, so I'm going to end it here because I don't have anything else to say. But thank you. And I'm touching and agreeing with you for, anything that you're hoping or believing for. And even if you're not religious or anything like that, then I respect that as well. And, that's perfectly fine. I don't like to push my views on anybody. So I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it, y'all. So I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna see if I can just upload this from my phone. I haven't uploaded like a raw video in so long, but I'm gonna see if I can just upload it in my phone, from my phone. Let's see. All right, bye.